In a certain city, there lived a king by the name of Chandra. His son kept a troop of monkeys. They always fed them on a variety of choice foods, and the monkeys had become fat. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am reading the Tales of Panchatantra written by Vishnu Sharma, and today I started reading the story of King Chandra. The chief of the monkeys was a follower of the philosophy of Shukra, Brihaspati, and Chanakya. Not only did he follow them himself, but also he was always advising others to do so. Now, at the palace, there was also a pair of rams who used to draw the carriage for the young princess. One of the rams was a glutton and he would go into the kitchen at all odd hours and take whatever food he could find there. The cooks would get mad at him and hit him with anything they had handy: sticks, earthenware pots, copper pans, and so on, and chase him out. When the chief of the monkeys noticed this, his intuitions told him this quarrel between the cooks and the ram is going to lead to the destruction of the monkeys. This ram craves for food, runs into the kitchen, and makes the cooks mad. They hit him with anything they happen to have handy. One day, when they can't find anything else, they'll hit him with a piece of burning wood. The ram is covered with wool and it will easily catch fire. Blazing, he may well rush into the stable, which is full of dry grass, and set that on fire. Then the horses will be burnt. Now, Shalihotra had said. As the darkness is dispelled by the rising sun, so wounds caused by fire disappear when monkey fat is applied to them. And that will be the end of the monkeys. Somehow, I have premonition that it will all eventually happen like this. And so the monkey chief called all the monkeys to him and told them, this quarrel between the cooks and the ram is going to have repercussion on us, monkeys. Anyone who wants to stay alive should leave this palace immediately. As they say, because of quarrels, beautiful palace get destroyed due to harsh words. Friendships come to an end, and due to the evil actions of its king, a whole nation is annihilated. So, let us leave this palace before we are all destroyed. But the crazy monkeys paid no attention to him. They merely laughed and said, you are getting old and going a bit off your head. That's why you talk like this. We shall certainly not leave this heavenly palace where the princes feed us with their own hands on all kinds of nectareous foods. In the jungle, all we shall get will be disgusting fruits, bitter, raw, or overripe. When he heard this with tears in his eyes, the monkey chief said, you fool, you don't understand what this happy life will lead you to. This tasty food will, in the end, become poison. I don't want to see the destruction of my own tribe before my very eyes, so I am leaving for the jungle. They say, blessed is he who does not see a friend in distress or calamity in the house, and the ruination of his family and land. Then the chief of the monkeys gave up everything and went to the jungle. One day, shortly after the ram entered the kitchen again, a cook, unable to lay hands on anything else, picked up a half burnt log and struck the ram with it. The ram's body, being covered with wool, started blazing and he rushed into the stable, bleating. He rolled on a heap of grass lying there and it immediately caught fire, and soon the flames were enveloping everything around. Some of the horses were burned to death, some lost their eyes, some half burnt, broke free from the ropes and began to dash about in great panic. There was pandemonium. The king was very distressed when he heard that news. He assembled his veterinary surgeons and said to them, please prescribe some remedy to heal the horses' wounds caused by the burns. The veterinary surgeons referred to the Shastra and said, your Majesty, in this connection, the great Shalihotra has said. As the darkness is dispelled by the rising sun, so wounds caused by fire disappear when monkey fat is applied to them. So we advised you to make use of this remedy before the horses die to the burns. And so the king ordered the massacre of the monkeys. The people killed them all with sticks and anything else that came to hand. When the monkey chief heard about the dreadful death of his brothers, sons, nephews, grandsons, and the rest of them, he was heartbroken. He gave up eating and began to wander from one part of the jungle to another. He thought to himself, how can I make this king pay for this wicked deed? For they say, he who from fear or self interest lets an insult go unavenged is indeed a man of little worth. One day, the monkey chief, in the course of his wanderings, felt thirsty and came to a lake full of beautiful lotus blossoms. Now, being observant, he noticed that the footsteps of men and animals were going towards the lake, but none were to be seen returning. So he began to think, there must be a hideous monster in the lake who drags them in while they are drinking water. I will fetch the hollow stem of a lotus plant and drink from a safe distance. So that is what he did. While he was drinking out from the lake emerged a Rakshas with a necklace of jewels around his neck. How, you? He cried to the monkey. I feed on whoever enters the lake, but I have never seen anyone as shred as you. For you are drinking water without coming in. I am pleased with you. You can ask for whatever you like, and I will grant it to you. The monkey chief replied, thank you, but first please tell me how many people can you eat at one time? The Rakshas replied, I can eat hundreds, thousands, and even millions, but they have to enter the lake. Outside it, I can't touch even a jackal. The monkey chief said, you see, I have a great enmity with a certain king. Now, if you give me that necklace of yours, I promise to persuade the king and his court to enter the lake. The Rakshas took the monkey at his word and handed over his necklace, saying, I'll leave it all to you. The monkey chief put the necklace around his neck and swung from tree to tree until he came to King Chandra's city. When the people saw him dressed up like this, they said, Monkey chief, where have you been all this time? And where did you get this necklace? Its splendor puts even the sun to shame. The monkey chief replied, Kuber gave it to me. He has secretly made a lake in the jungle, and whoever takes a bath in the lake on a Sunday, when the sun has just half risen, gets a diamond necklace around his neck and the blessings of the god. Finally, the king too came to hear of this. He called the monkey chief and asked him, Monkey chief, does this lake full of diamond necklace really exist? The monkey said, Your Majesty, this necklace adorning my neck is a positive proof of it. If you want one, come with me and I'll show you the lake. The king said, In that case, I'll come personally and bring my entire court with me so that we can have many of the necklaces. The monkey chief said, Please do. And so greedy for diamonds, everything in the king's household, his wives, servants, ministers, and everybody else started off. The monkey chief was fondly put in the king's lap and stroked and patted. It's true what they say. Avarice a bow to you. You make men do things they ought not have done, and wander in place where they ought not have gone. He who has 100 wants 1,000. He who has 1,000 wants 100,000. And he who has 100,000 wants millions. And a king covets the kingdom of the heaven, and in old age the hair turn white, the teeth become loose, the eyes and the ears cease to function properly, but greed remains young forever. The party reached the lake early in the morning. The monkey chief said to the king, Your Majesty, whoever enters the lake when the sun has Half Raisin gets the prison, but everyone must go in simultaneously. However, you can enter the league at another place that I will show you. So the king went off with the monkey chief, and everyone else went into the league and was eaten up by the Rakshas. When the others did not reappear, the king said to the monkey, "Oh, monkey chief, why have my people taken so long to come out?" Then the monkey chief climbed up a tree and addressed the king. "Wicked king, your court and the members of your household have been eaten up by the Rakshas who lives in this lake. You killed my family and I have had my revenge on you. They say that it is no sin to return evil for evil. Well, you annihilated my race and I have destroyed yours. I saved you because you were once my master." When the king heard this, he was thoroughly shaken and returned on foot to his kingdom. When the king had gone, the Rakshas emerged from the lake and said delightedly to the monkey chief, "Well done, monkey chief. You have destroyed your enemy, made friends with me, and also acquired a diamond necklace. By drinking water through a lotus stem, you achieved everything you desired." Swarnasiddhi continued, "And so, that's why I said, a man who overcome with greed does not think about the consequences will be put to scorn like King Chandra. And now, my friend, let me go home." "How can you go away and leave me like this?" Chakradhar said. "They say, he who deserts his friends in distress shall surely go to hell." Swarnasiddhi said, "That's true, but only in a case where you can be helpful. In your case, no human being can do anything, and I have no power to free you. In fact, the more I see your face in pain from that wheel, the more my heart tells me to get away from here as quickly as I can, in case same fate befalls me. So let me go home. You will have to stay here and pay for your greed and for not listening to my good advice." Chakradhar said, "You are right. Go home." And so Swarnasiddhi took his leave and left Chakradhar to his fate. So, friends, this is the end of the fifth Tantra and the end of the Panchatantra also. So, I'll start reading another book, another story in my next video. Till then, keep listening beautiful stories and keep smiling.